Welcome back sa SIBOL 2022 National Team Selections powered by Smart. We're entering game number 3 between BREN Esports and Blacklist International, with Blacklist taking game 1 and BREN taking game 2. Muli kami ang inyong casters. My name is Theo Ignacio. Kasama dito si Renmar, Reptar Santa Cruz. Game 2 went to BREN Esports. What did they do right?
Oh man, they were able to draft it really well that it ended up with Blacklist International having I wouldn't call it a weak front line, pero kumpara sa Ruby, sa Glue, it would be a front line that'll have a lot of hard time to actually control Ruby and Glue from getting close, from forcing the team fights. Yes, maganda yung poke damage ng Blacklist International that if BREN Esports miss a step, if in the attempt of trying to engage, na-stun sila, na-crowd control sila, so that's room for Owl and for Wise to deal damage with the Kimmy and the Clint. But that rarely happened. There were times where it did, but more often than not, yung mga nakita natin, because of the confidence that BREN Esports has in their lineup with a strong front line, they just snowballed through Blacklist International, or they would wrap around. And of course, Joy Boy coming up big again, playing really well alongside Few and Saksa. The pickoffs that they got, the burst damage that they can deal, following the setups, which is BREN playing to their strengths really well, coming from a really great draft.
And great drafting, great gameplay, of course, great results for BREN Esports. It's not na hindi naman maganda ang drafting ng Blacklist International in game number 2. Nagkataon lang na nahirapan talaga sila sa front line and sa place na rin na na-offer. Dito na papasok yung micro eh. Even if you have the perfect draft, if mas na magaling yung micro ng kalaban, especially on those times na talagang lumalabas yung playmaking ability ni Joy Boy, talagang nakakalamang ang BREN Esports. So this is like the battle of two great squads, both excellent, both nationally, let's say, decorated organizations, internationally as well. Man, this is it. Game number 3, kung sino mang manalo dito will be heading towards the winner's bracket at yung isa naman ay bababa sa loser's bracket. So may chance pa rin naman makabawi ang favorite team nyo kung matalo sila sa game day number 1. Now, hinihintay na lang natin ang smart picks and bans para sa game number 3. But so far, ano ba ang naging favorite pick mo para sa series na to, Renmo?
Not for the series, but for the entire day, I'm becoming a really big fan of Ruby and Glue. At yung pwede nila idala sa mga drafts ng mga teams. Yes, Ruby isn't like a new pick in the roam position. Neither is Glue. Just recently na parang nabalikan ng mga teams ang Glue pick. There was a time he was picked often. I'm really enjoying Ruby and Glue all throughout the day. I wish mas madami pa yung mga Valentina games na makita natin, pero again, still 100% pick or ban rate para sa hero na yun. Understandable kung bakit. Yeah, Ruby and Glue, there's something about them that I just like what they provide. Even though hindi sila yung mga picks na pag inisip mo na sobrang wow factor, star-studded or everything like that, they just bring things to the table na sobrang dependable para sa mga lineups, kung ano man yung mga gusto mo ipare sa Ruby at Glue.
Yeah, and I have to agree on your part there, no? Napakalaking pick ng Glue ngayon in this current meta. One of the best offlaners, kahit nga ilagay mo sa tank, basta nagagawa niya ang kanyang trabaho. And I think my personal favorite pick of the day would be the Kagura. If there's one highlight that I still remember right now, it's still going to be that Aqua Kagura play from the RSG match earlier. It's one of the game-winning Kagura plays that we've seen in the first day of SIBOL 2022 National Team Selection. Then, ang daming mga Kagura players ngayon. In fact, we're watching Haji na talagang nagka-Kagura. Then we've seen it countless times as well in MPL. So right now, for our viewers, make sure to share the stream as well. Nag-aantay din lang kami. Kung naubos na mga pasensya nyo, sabi ni Direk, ito na daw eh. Sabi ni Direk, let's go to the smart pick and
Your
bans.
team is
Dahil
banning.
marami na daw naubusan ng pasensya. And here we go. The first ban for the side of BREN Esports. Tatanggalin nila, Barats.
Okay, Barrett's another favorite pick there of Blacklist International being taken away. And so far, I maganda yung mga bans na pinapakita ng dalawang teams dito. Pero Blacklist International, baka balikan nila ulit yung glue ban. Or if not that, mas maging ready sila kontra sa glue. But considering how BREN still again in the first pick, Blacklist in the second, along with either the Hayabusa, maybe the Eve bans, or the Valentina bans, or Haya and Valentina or glue, that might be the bans again for Blacklist International.
Your team is banning.
And in fact, they're still taking, kung ano yung gumana ng game number 2, ganun din yung ginagawa ng BREN Esports, tatanggalin na naman nila ang Estes, and feeling ko pipilitin na naman nilang mag-Rafaela si Venus dahil nagawa naman nila ng paraan ng game number 2, especially by tracking her rotations para alam nila kung saan papatayin yung Queen kasi hirap na hirap gumalaw ang Blacklist kung wala kanilang shot call.
Valentina, imbes na glue, sabi nila, yeah, respetuhin namin yung Ruby ni Joy Boy. Ruby getting taken out of the field there by Blacklist International. So, BREN Esports, pwede nila Blacklist, pwede nila tanggalin dito either the Paquito or I don't see them trying to take out the glue. Maybe they'll decide to take out the Paquito and the Eve or the Eve para sa last bat nila mamaya.
Let's see if they're gonna take out that Eve, no? Pero yung Ruby, great respect ban coming in from Blacklist International. Karespeto naman kasi talaga yung ginagawa ni Joy Boy o ni Mr. Vincent de Guzman sa Ruby pick na yon. Talagang playmaker kung playmaker.
Your team is banning.
Why BREN Esports picked up this man, Vincent de Guzman, Joy Boy. Rafaela ang tatanggalin ng BREN Esports. Ang sabi ng BREN, sige, ikaw naman, mag-Matilda ka ngayon. Mukhang may mga pinipilit na pick ang BREN Esports sa Queen. Pwede rin naman nilang agawin ang Matilda if ever gusto nilang kunin sa first priority pick nila.
Yeah. One last ban here for Blacklist. What will it be? We already presented the options. Baka magtingin pa ng ibang ban ang Blacklist International. Without the Ruby now, so far, Ruby pa lang nakita natin nalalaro ni Joy Boy, but the other tanks will be open. Goofer will be open, Cho will be open, Jawhead will be open. Pero as I said earlier, Eve nga ang tatanggalin ng Blacklist International para sa last ban.
A lot of power picks open for BREN Esports. They could potentially get Selena again for few. Pwede rin naman nilang kunin ang Matilda para agawin mula sa the Queen. And in fact, that would be a good strategy if gusto nilang gawin yon para limitahan kung ano pa bang pwedeng gamitin na ni Mr. John Mar Villanueva dito. Marami pa namang hero si Venus, pero alam mo na yon, Matilda is one of the best. Estes, Matilda, Rafaela, that's the 3 Queen heroes, and they take away 2 and they take the Matilda for themselves.
Might be an adjustment now para sa Blacklist International. Position 5, Haji might end up playing something like the Cho. Then have Venus play a position 4 hero. Unless they find another way to swap things around. Still keep... Hylos is a viable option now as a tank. And Hylos is the classic Venus hero.
Your team is
Gusto nila piliin yun.
And mukhang sabi nila kami naman ang mag-glue. Glue already locked in for Blacklist International. Tingnan natin kung anong kasabay ng glue pick na to. And they're gonna go with the Brody. The Clint was still open for Blacklist International, but looks like they're putting priority over this Brody. BREN Esports, they already have the Matilda. Pwede silang mag-ube playstyle dito considering that they have one of the ube heroes.
Burst poke, ranged burst, yan ang hanapin ngayon dito ng BREN Esports. They have the Matilda on their side, so they can actually go for a lineup that has an artillery main, pwede sila mag-Karsa, or just something who can fall from afar para maging safe sila with the damage output. Let's see what they pick.
Your team is
Lancelot will be the pickup here for BREN Esports. And it worked out for Saksa in game number 1. Pero Lilia muli ang kukunin ni Few for the mid lane. Ibig sabihin, position 5 Matilda ang ating makikita for BREN Esports. And this is a lot of wave clear and damage already for the side of BREN. Wala pa tayo masyado nakikitang front line. At hindi na ako magtataka if ever Blacklist International ay magbaban ng Jawhead, considering that Joy Boy is really known for his Jawhead plays way back.
No. Those are viable options here. Blacklist International. What are they gonna pick up? Could be a mid laner first.
Pwede nilang tapatan agad ang Lilia. Pwede silang kumuha ng pansapat sa Lilia. Ano kaya ang kanilang ilalock in dito? The Aldos.
Oh, wow.
Another signature pick. Looking to be in the hands of Wise himself.
Signature Aldos pick up para kay Wise. Having the Aldos and the Brody together, it will take a bit of time. Pero sa pag-ikot ni Wise, actually, the quote-unquote late game na hinahanap ng isang Aldos, parang ang bilis pag nasa kamay ni Wise. So, BREN Esports have to be careful with giving the kills early on. They definitely don't want that. Kung yung engages nila parang delikado, it didn't go the way that they wanted, sila nag-engage. They have to be careful. Aldos or Wise will not be scared to go for that contract chase fate para makasecure lang ng kill and more stacks for himself. So with the Matilda and the Lancelot together, they might try to find opportunities to slow down the farm a bit of Aldos, either by taking Brock Ursas, kunin yung mga Kramer, yung mga maliit na camps, not essentially go for the deep invades. But at the same time, they can apply pressure onto the side lanes. If it is gonna be Lilia in the mid lane, having the Lilia, the Matilda, and then the Lancelot roaming together, that's a respectable amount of damage. Great crowd control as well na whatever side lane that they decide to go to, baka makahanap sila ng panalo doon.
And BREN Esports focusing their bans on Haji, taking away the Cho. Hindi na tayo magtataka kung tatanggalin din ang Edith para sa side ng BREN Esports. They really want to focus on the playmakers of Blacklist International. Now Blacklist, 10 seconds more to choose their final ban. They're gonna take away the Alice na pwedeng gold lane option for BREN Esports. And right now, Blacklist, they have a Brody, they have a Blue, they have an Aldos. They already have enough damage pagpasok natin ng mid to late game. Iisa nga lang kanilang front line, and usually you don't want to depend only on a glue if you want engage. Kailangan may isa ka pang papasok, di ba?
Actually, baka maging position 5 tong glue na to kung hindi to magiging kung hindi XP laner. Bukas pa naman yung Pakito para sa Blacklist International. Pwede pa nila yun ibigay kay Dominic. Just have glue paired up with another mid laner. Sila yung magiging position 5 and 4 nyo. They can still shift things around. BREN Esports cannot just look at that glue and say, magiging XP lane to or something. So yes, with Cother, they do end up taking the Edith away. So in a way, they're just trying to make sure they're taking away picks from Haji na pwede niya piliin.
And now, pipili ng isang hero Blacklist International at pipili naman ng dalawa ang BREN Esports pagkatapos ng phase na to. Let's see kung anong idadagdag nila sa kanilang composition. They have long range damage with the Brody, physical damage yun, and physical damage as well coming in from the Aldos. Melee range naman. Wala sila masyadong gitna na range. No? Kagura is still open. They want to have a high impact mid-range burst mage na medyo safe din. Alam naman natin na EFAS talaga ang isang Kagura. Pero ang problema lamang ay sobrang dalang makahanap ng mage na kayang sumabay sa wave clear ng isang Lilia.
Yeah. So the Kagura gets picked up. Last two picks for BREN Esports. Need a bit of a stronger front line or someone who can really help annoy the front line of BREN Esports. So they pick up the Clint. Yan yung maging marksman nila. XP laner, a sturdy one at that. Maging tank type na XP laner siguro. Or not really. Sabi ng BREN Esports, nope, we'll take up the Esmeralda. It's not the slow front to back type of play style, but para sa kanila, this is gonna be more than enough for them. But again, against an Aldos, you are in a timer. Kailangan mo tapusin yung laban bago umabot sa late game.
Yeah, definitely. And itong lineup ng BREN Esports, no, pag sinabi mong all in talaga. Hindi to yung front to back na, ikaw na nga nagsabi na hindi siya yung front to back na klase ng lineup. this is something that really goes all in. Pagpasok ng Circling Eagle, sasabay na si Saksa with the Thorn Throws, Phantom Execution. Tuloy-tuloy na rin yan with the Falling Star Moon as well. BREN Esports definitely wants to go all in this fight. And now, Blacklist International locking up that Lolita. Really nice counter pick to the damage of that clip.
Yeah, we'll be able to damage with the Clint, pero pretty much it's just gonna be the Clint. And then at the same time, dahil sa mga Numenon Energy Core na pwede ibigay ni Lolita, that shield, that's a lot of shield na pwede agawan dito ni Esme. If things don't go right here for Blacklist International, you're stealing shields away from the Kagura. She can give herself, Aldous can give himself a shield, Lolita can give himself a shield. This might end up becoming a really good game for the Esmeralda, for Granzu. But of course, there will still be a chance na kahit nakita din naman natin na mahirapan ulit ang Esmeralda dito ni Granzu if Blacklist International can play really well against it. Blacklist, they will need time. They will need space to farm up. They might play a slow game, focus on just getting objectives, resources. Pero sa BREN Esports, they have a good shot of being able to end this game quickly with a combination of a Lancelot, Lilia, Matilda, even the Clint roaming around.
Well, let's see how this one ends because series number 4 will start or will end after this game number 3 between BREN Esports and Blacklist International. Let's enter the land of dawn. And as you said, aggressiveness will be the game for BREN Esports. Look at Joy Boy, ginugulo lang talaga si Wise.
Yeah. He's gonna do everything he can to reduce the life of Wise, delay his farm a little bit somewhat, give information where Wise is. That's gonna be Little Wanderer going on the side of Blacklist, and so far uninterrupted stacks for Wise.
And I feel like this Lolita pick, no, as you said, Clint lang naman talaga ang babawasan niya ng damage, but I feel like this is more of an equalizer in terms of early to mid-game power para lang ma-prevent ang pwedeng power spike ng BREN Esports here as we see Wise trying to get his stacks early on. As you said earlier, Renmar, mabilis mag-stack to si Wise. Aabot kaya to sa first turtle? Or do you think turtles will be in the hands of BREN Esports similar to game 1 and 2?
Well, I'm sure Wise will check the jungle of BREN Esports, yung Ursa. Oh yeah, there he is. He's going to the crab coin to check yung rock Ursa. Yeah, he'll get it. And then now, he'll have time to go to the turtle still. There is information from the side of Blacklist where the roaming 5 and 4 are. At nakita dun si Wise. Pero makakatakas naman siya dito.
Yeah, at makakasapak pa ng isa kay Joy Boy. That's some free damage there. And now, Venus still playing that position 5. Now, this time around, we'll be playing that Lolita. Look at this. Saksa goes dashing in, dashing out, and the Thorn Rose doesn't actually land. The Phantom Execution gets a first blood. And looks like Turtle will be controlled once again by BREN Esports. Matapos, mapabagsak ang Queen.
Good positioning here for Dominic. But Joy Boy and Few, di nila i-force yung pag-knockout doon sa purple buff. Turtle also not yet started for BREN Esports. Wala pang purple buff dun si Saxo Jago, so he had to go for that. So may chance ang Blacklist International mag-contest dito.
Yeah. Black Shoes saves the life of Mr. Archangel or kay Q. At mukhang BREN na nga ang magsisimula. Turtle, Joy Boy. Medyo delikado ang kanyang pwesto. 2 people on the side of Blacklist International. Mukhang ibibigay nila ang Turtle na to considering na medyo malayo si Wise. Gonna go for the Lethal Wanderer instead. The few third plating in the mid lane or energy shield.
Kanina pinag-usapan ko yung mga heroes on the side of Blacklist International na sobrang daming pwede nakawan ng shield ni Granzu. Alternatively, let's go back at the Lolita pick. The Lolita can set up really well paired up with the burst damage coming in from a Kagura. Matagal-tagal din yung isang stun ng hammer ni Lolita. That first skill, once you can get that stun up, can last really long. Just hit one target and Haji for sure will throw something there, or a member of Blacklist International will throw something there. At the same time, yung mga slow na pinoprovide ng Luminon Blast could be set up for Haji and for the rest for Blacklist International again. So even though they're up
Here
against
comes
an
contact
Esmeralda,
chase. There's one masasapak si Pew. Circling Eagle will stun up a Wise a little bit, pero hindi yun sapat para mahukli siya. And here comes the stun on Granzu. The 3v3, Saxajago enters the fight. Wala pa namang Thorn Throws. Guiding Wind para makalapit ng konti. That's the reset ng Thorn Throws. Palabas, no? Palabas with the Phantom Execution. And now BREN Esports, knocking na siya sa damage. Wala na ang first damage na nanggagaling dito sa Lancelot at babagsak siya sa blue. That's 2 kills going to the hands of Blacklist International.
full 5-man collapse. Instead of pushing the lane, sabi ni Dominic, sali nga ako dyan, I'ma help you out. They secure the kill there onto Saxa. Here comes Joyboy at Medivh.
Joyboy, looks like they're going for the queen here, pero nagtago lang sa the bush. Torn apart memory. That's the 3rd kill for Blacklist International. Mukhang maganda ang early game ng Blacklist, nakakasabay sa power spike ng BREN Esports.
Again, the stuns coming in from the Lolita. The shield can block damage as well. You're blocking a good amount of damage coming in from the wisps of the Matilda. So, despite everything I said about the Esmeralda going up against the side of Blacklist International, Blacklist International has a lot of great tools to provide space for their backline.
Oh no, BREN Esports, they actually get the queen this time around. They're looking for Venus. One more shot could seal the deal, but here comes Wise, and they don't get the queen. In fact, they even lose Sakta. And here comes the movement on Blast. He can't even go near anymore. Granzu na ata ang sunod. It's a 2v1, pero nice guiding wind galing dito kay Joyboy. And now Turtle will be secured by Blacklist International.
The great escape from the queen. Kala na nga na, like, same thing as you. I thought that would be it for Oh My Venus. But then, Oh My Venus able to get away. Nakatakas pa siya at ang mga miyembro ng Blacklist International naka-respond. Dominic at saka si Wise nakasali sa laban. 1 kill there for Wise already. What a rotation, what a response. Galing sa Blacklist International.
Man, Blacklist International, they were in the receiving end of plays, pero nakukontra nila mga plays na nanggagaling sa BREN Esports. And kudos to BREN Esports, of course. Alam nila yung power spike nila, alam nila na kailangan sila yung nagiging agresibo sa ganitong oras. Pero dahil sa mga slight micro errors na nakikita natin, ay Blacklist International ang mga nanalo sa mga fights na yan. Let's see if they will continue to become aggressive. They're gonna go for the XP lane instead. Here comes the contract chase update. Si Saxa ang target, cancelled with the Thorn Throws. Si Granzu na ata ang sunod. The stun lands on 2. Granzu buhay pa rin, pero nasa pagkaliwain. Here comes Saxajago with the kill. At mukhang makakambak pa ng konti dito. Nice exit with the Phantom Execution at buhay ang mga miyembro ng BREN Esports.
Was that a 2v3, 2v4? Ended up becoming a 1-for-1 trade. Nakuha ng second kill dun si Wise. There, look at that. 2 versus 4. Wise escapes to the kill. Pero at least nakabawi doon ng BREN Esports. Again, this is Wise's signature Aldous. As much as we say, mid-game, late game, you need stacks, you need time for the Aldous. Sobrang bilis mag-farm ni Wise sa Aldous. Taas na siguro ng stacks nito, sakit na ng damage eh.
Ang tawag dyan ay ang nag-iisang early game Aldous. Only one in the world. Si Wise lang yun. But here comes a 3v1. Saxajago just emptying his clip there. Naubos lahat ng abilities pero nakatakas siya.
BREN Esports, sinusubukan nila makaharap ng opening. They might just be able to with Matilda on their side. 1 missed position by Blacklist. 1 great entry by Joyboy. 1 good response by BREN Esports. Makakahanap sila ng butas. 2, turn this game around. Brute Force Breastplate na pick up na dito ni Granzu should help with the tankiness of the Esmeralda. Pero, Turtle na naman napunta sa side ng Blacklist International. They have a gold lead. They have the tower lead. And ito yung problema, Radiant Armor na pulot na dito ni Wise. So that's already Dreadnought Armor, Radiant Armor, tas a Thunderbelt on that Aldous. That's gonna be less damage coming in from the Lilia and the Esmeralda. Most of the damage he'll be receiving will be physical if Saxa and Kevs can land the damage.
Here comes a circling eagle from BREN Esports. They're trying to get the queen once again. Ow, torn apart memory. Gonna take down the Captain Pew. And that's 1 person down for the side of BREN Esports. Granzu cancels out the falling Star Moon. At mukhang BREN Esports ay napabagsak na naman. 0-3 si Pew in this game.
Grabe, umabot pa talaga yung torn apart memory doon ni Owl. Another good opportunity there for BREN Esports. They tried to make an opening, pero nakita natin the quick draw, full burst, blocked by the shield of the Lolita. Kung nabawasan lang na onte doon ni Kevs, or at least if that quick draw combo landed, could have been good subtraction doon sa buhay ng Blacklist International. Could have been a chance for BREN Esports to win that fight, but the block coming in just in time for Oh My Venus.
Oh no, Few in trouble! The stun won't land coming in from Blacklist International, but that was a close call para kay Few.
That would have forced out the black shoes. Few had that up, but then yeah, could have been really bad. At least black shoes forced out there. But Haji, Winter Truncheon, Lightning Truncheon, picking up here. So BREN Esports have to watch their spacing in team fights. Kung maseta pa ng Blacklist International dito ang BREN, that's gonna be a big opening for Haji, for that Kagura to just deal some crazy amounts of burst damage onto BREN Esports. BREN though, of course, not giving up, still trying to find an opening, still trying to keep themselves in this game, keep it close. 3K gold lead for Blacklist International, 4-1 in towers, 10 minutes in.
10 minutes in, hindi pa naman luminous Lord. Nice entrance dyan ni Garzo, pero bigla siyang tumabog. No torn apart memory ang hindi tatapos sa kanya. Luminon blast, hindi tatama sa isa lang. Another kill for Blacklist International. Babagsak na naman si Kapitan 0-4-0. Alam mo, ang ganda ng pwestuhan ng BREN at Blacklist na akala mo minsan hindi tatama, pero biglang tatama pa rin pala. Then, the abilities are unreal.
Dominic committing everything para ma-zone out ang mga miyembro ng BREN Esports. Hindi makalapit si Zack sa hindi nila mananakaw yung Lord. Conceal play para sa Blacklist.
Conceal play na naman galing dito sa Queen, and Queen is still alive actually, 200 HP. Falling Star Moon at hindi na naman siya babagsak sa ultimate o sa torn apart memory. Ang daming close call para sa BREN Esports, and ito yung mga tipo na magpapasalamat ka na lang muna kay Lord kasi nabuhay ka pa ulit.
Oo. But at this point, this is getting out of hand na para sa BREN Esports. They don't have that terrifying late game scaling that Blacklist International has. At this point, it's Blacklist's time to take control of the game, potentially end it. Hindi naman sa imposible na manalo dito ang BREN Esports, but it will be very difficult for BREN Esports to win this match. Dahil sa lineup structure nila, going up against that Aldous, having to go up against the Brody, the Kagura as well. That's a great amount of burst damage. It's a good, well-rounded lineup. BREN Esports, let's see if they can hold on. Tignan natin kung paano sila makaka-comeback dito.
Yeah, Lord already down, and this is good for BREN Esports. They're trying to defend against a 5-man strong Blacklist International. Naghahanap sila ng possible opportunity at nahanap nila si Wallis. Bumagsak na ang inhibitor dito sa top lane. Balik tayo doon sa bot lane, please. Nandito na nga, 2-man stun gunning into Blacklist International. Para kay Haji. One person down for each side. Torn apart memory. Babot na naman sa nga si Joy Boy. Killing spree para sa Blacklist International gold laner na si Ao.
Yun yung torn apart memory na hindi inter-barangay inter-island yun Yung torn apart memory galing sa Luzon, umabot pa sa Mindanao. Ang layo ng torn apart memory yung pag-lock in. Granzo going down.
Oh my God.
Kasi si Joy Boy ata yung na-take na ng torn apart memory nun, di ba?
Oh, si Joy Boy yung natamaan nung torn apart memory. Nakala mo nga buhay na ulit siya kasi 3 beses na nating nakikita na bitin ng isang stack palagi. Pero sabi ni Owl, alam mo, sige, natuto na ako. Konting pasensya pa. And that was perfectly executed, no? Ito na nga, bot lane, stick forces the black shoes. Bagsak ang inhibitor turret. Mid lane na lang ang natitira para sa BREN Esports. Gusto pa ba nilang labanan to? Look at the damage coming in from the Clint. Mukhang online na nga ang Clint si Kevsu dito. Blacklist International, very low HP. They need to recall and regenerate. And BREN Esports, this is breathing time for them.
A little bit of breathing room for BREN. 8k gold lead for Blacklist. BREN still holding on. One mistake from Blacklist International. One counter engage from BREN Esports. They might be able to get a pick off. They'll be able to get a few plays, maybe 3 plays back-to-back na mananalo sila ng skirmish. At least get 1 kill, 2 kills. Slowly grind and build themselves back up into finding momentum in this game. That's how we'll find BREN Esports win. Ngayon, knowing Blacklist International, the lineup they have, the lead that they have, malabo na makahanap ng isang malaking play. Sabihin natin 4 kills, baka wipe out para sa BREN Esports to completely turn the game around. This is gonna be a slow grind for the battle of momentum again, if that is how BREN Esports will be able to come back here.
Patience is the name of the game
Uh-oh.
for BREN Esports. Pero sabi ni Wise, wala nang maghihintay-hintay pa. Here comes the contact chase. Wait, what the hell? Biglang bumagsak yung clip. Kinuha ang 2 punch lang. Biglang nawala. Dalawa na rin ang miyembro na bumabagsak sa BREN Esports. Wala na atang magagawa without the damage. Pero hindi. BREN Esports, hindi pa nagsusuko sa 5v3. Sabi nila, dedepensahan namin tong base namin kahit anong mangyari. Joy Boy, Granzu, Saksa against a 5-man unit from Blacklist International. Here comes the engage. Venus looking for one. Saksa Django, nakapasok sa backline. Control reset with a puncture boy pa rin. Makakapag-reset ng konti pero ang base ay bumabagsak na. Blacklist International will secure the 2-1 victory.
Blacklist
Victory!
International wins the Battle of Titans, the Battle of World Champions, and Blacklist advance to the upper bracket, sending BREN Esports down to the lower. Sobrang malupit na series to close things out, to close out this amazing day. Grabe yung mga nakita natin from the players and the teams all throughout. Again, I'll be more than proud to call any of these teams my SIBOL team. Blacklist International winning this series against BREN Esports. A great showing by Blacklist and by BREN. In the end, only one can win, and that was Blacklist.
It's a 2-1 series, no? This was a very close
Oh.
one. In fact, we've been seeing sweeps. Simula nung Onyx match natin, puro 2-0 na. This one, we're back to a 3-game series. And wow, I just have to say that this was such an amazing game from both squads here. Even in the last moments, nakikita mo na disiplinado pa rin ang BREN Esports. Alam pa rin nila kung kailan dapat sila sumugod. Nagkataon that Blacklist International actually were prepared. Super prepared sila sa mga plays na gagawin ng BREN Esports. And that's just the game knowledge and experience na meron ng Blacklist.
Uninterrupted farm para kay Wise, 3-0 and 5 by 7 minutes in, 8 minutes in. Siguro ang taas na ng stacks ni Aldo, sobrang sakit na ng damage niya. 2 hits already just to end it. 50%, 50% in terms of how much health he would be able to take down per hit. Crazy plays also by Haji, and a great play from Oh My Venus with that Lolita. Even though we had certain doubts about that Lolita pick because of all the shields now that mabibigay niya, the Esmeralda was a non-factor in this game. Blacklist gave Granzu such a hard time to work and to be able to have a good game. The Guardian's Bulwark blocked so many opportunities for BREN Esports. Maganda din yung counter initiation na meron ng Blacklist na if ever, again, if BREN Esports yung mag-initiate, if maganda yung pwesto dun ni Oh My Venus, he'll be able to get the stun from the Impact Hammer or just charge up the Numenon Blast. Pag nakita mo yung Numenon Blast na nag-charge up na, iiwas yung BREN Esports. They are gonna back up, giving more space for Haji and for Al and potentially even Wise na habang tumatakbo ang mga miyembro ng BREN, just drop down the fist. What a game. What a play by Blacklist International. Great effort though from BREN Esports the entire series.
Yeah, great effort definitely from BREN Esports. Game number 2 was their time to shine, pero game number 3 talagang pinakita ng Blacklist International that they are the reigning M3 champions, the reigning world champions with that signature Aldous pick. No, this was such an amazing series to end day 1. Pero para sa viewers natin dyan, huwag kayong mag-alala dahil marami pa tayong SIBOL action, marami pa tayong papanoorin for the next few days. In fact, kaabutin tayo ng January 30 dito for the SIBOL national team selection for 2022. At may losers bracket pa naman. Nasa lower bracket ngayon ang Omega at BREN. So, tsaka yung El Ganador, tsaka may isa pa. Tama ba ako? Sino yung isa nating... Tsaka Origin na nasa lowers bracket ngayon. Kailangan nyo talagang panoorin kung ano bang mangyari sa SIBOL 2022 National Team Selection. In fact, bukas mas maaga tayo magsisimula. 11 a.m. pa lang, live na tayo bukas, and that is all the way hanggang matapos lahat ng mga games natin. And there are a lot of games tomorrow for everyone wanting that MLBB action. Ang dami ko nababasa sa Twitter, sa Facebook, na gutom na sila for some professional MLBB action. At ito na ang una nyong tikim for 2022.
Yep, Blacklist International with John Marvel Luna, Dan Riddle, James Del Rosario, Kyle Soto, Lee Howard Gonzalez, Salik Imam, and of course the rest of the Blacklist squad, Dex, Master of the Basics, and Coach Bon. They advance alongside Next Play Evos, Onyx Philippines, and RSG Philippines in the upper bracket. Congratulations to all the teams that advanced to the upper, but again, yung mga natalo ngayon, may chance pa sila makabawi, may lower bracket pa sila.
Yeah, may lower bracket pa tayo at may chance pa talaga makabawi lahat ng mga matatalo nating ay ang natalo ng teams today. So bukas, sana maganda ang kanilang gising, sana maganda gising ng lahat ng mga teams natin para sobrang taas ng kalidad ng ating mga games dito sa SIBOL 2022 National Team Selection powered by Smart. Of course, organized na rin by PESO. Sa mga di nakakaalam, ang PESO o Philippine Esports Organization ay ang National Sports Association para sa esports dito sa Pilipinas. Layunin ng PESO na palakihin at pasiglahin ang esports industry dito sa ating bansa. Sila ay isang non-stock, non-profit organization at binubuo ng mga esports industry big players katulad na lang ng Tier 1, Bright Concepts, Mineski Global, TNC, BREN Esports at madami pang iba. Suportahan natin ang PESO sa kanilang mga adikan. Para sa karagdagang impormasyon, maaari ninyong bisitahin ang www.esports.com.ph o kaya ang kanilang Facebook fan page, Philippine Esports Organization. SIBOL 2022 National Team Selection, of course, is powered by Smart. Experience the power of Smart 5G in over 4,900 sites and nationwide. Switch now to experience the difference. Visit smart.com.ph/MNP to learn more. Muling lumakad matatag and SIBOL powered by Smart are our official hashtags for SIBOL 2022 National Team Selection. And this is just day number 1, Renmar. Marami pa tayong pagdadaanan in this SIBOL. Ha? Ano?
Day 1 pa lang. I was just reacting.
Day 1 pa lang.
Pagkatapos ng lahat ng day 1 pa lang.
Yeah, day 1 pa lang, may day 2 pa, may day 3 pa, at of course, ang ating final day na day 4. Sana patuloy nyong tangkilikin ang ating stream dito for 4 days straight. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nanood. Don't forget na bukas sa 11 a.m. po tayo magsisimula. Mas maagang stream, mas maraming laro. Make sure to watch SIBOL 2022 National Team Selection powered by Smart. Muli, kami ang inyong naging casters, and in behalf of Leo and yung isang si Leo, si Wolf na magkakas na bukas, and ako si Theo Ignacio, and my partner right now, Renmar Reptar Santa Cruz, magbabalik ang SIBOL 2022 National Team Selection powered by Smart bukas ng 11 a.m.